Whether we realize it or not, architecture is ubiquitous. Its overwhelming presence in our lives dictates how certain spaces feel, and it can transform uninteresting areas into lively, bustling centers. This is why we feel uncomfortable walking down narrow alleyways or relaxed when reading in a library. The power of design also extends to schools. Assuming that you complete grades K through 12, you will have spent around 2,700 hours, or 9,720,000 seconds in a building like this, although it may vary state by state. The architecture of this space is quite dreadful. It feels bland, boring, tasteless, and those are not pleasing words to describe schools by. The overwhelming presence of architecture and design plays an incredibly important role in student well-being. That's why learning environments should ultimately be designed to invigorate students and help boost creativity. There are 4 main guidelines to follow when going about this. When designing a classroom or some type of learning area, the first thing that should be considered is how the room should feel. If it's a more study-oriented space, then allow each student to feel like they have their own personal space while not making them feel claustrophobic. If it's more of a lecture space or an activity center like this one, a bright and airy room would be more appropriate. Natural light is one of the most valuable resources in a classroom. Putting even one window in the space completely transforms it and gives it life, not to mention cuts down on electricity consumption. In addition, the body also uses daylight to calibrate the circadian rhythm, which is the internal clock that should tell you when to wake up and when to go to sleep. Being in an area without natural light disturbs this cycle, which could potentially lead to sleep deprivation, loss of attentiveness, and even changes in hormone release. As you've probably guessed, color also changes the way a space feels. Brighter colors like yellow give a room a more uplifting feel, while darker colors give the room a more solemn feel. Each color has their own specific meaning and ambiance, which should be taken into account. As long as the colors of the room harmonize well with each other and form a cohesive atmosphere, it will feel more inspiring. Lastly, classrooms should move away from the standard desks in long rows. Instead, try varied seating like couches or stools, maybe even lower tables, anything to make the space feel more interesting and evocative. In most cases, if a school is designed badly, academic performance will suffer. So as long as we're open to new ideas about the environment in which students learn, they just might be a bit more successful. Thank you.